Well, welcome back, everybody, to Numbers Never Lie, a special edition here at the MIT Sloan Sports Analytics Conference. Are you guys having fun? Special day also because it is the 50th anniversary of Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game, one of the greatest individual performances. Al Attles, the second leading scorer in that game. He went 8 for 8, 1 for 1 from the free throw line. He joked afterwards saying, quote, "Should have been my night. Couldn't miss." So at least Al had some humor with a very memorable night from Wilt Chamberlain, dropping 100 points. Joined alongside Eugene Shen. You wrote a paper about NBA chemistry, positive and negative synergies. Break it all down. I was reading through it. It's very dense, layman's terms. What did we take away from the paper?
Sure. First, I'd like to thank my co-authors, Phil Myman and Alan Myman, who wrote the paper with me.
Give it up. They're back there. Hey-oh.
We found that teams should consider synergies within skills when they're constructing their roster. So, for example, offensive scoring has negative synergies with offensive scoring. That's conventional wisdom. If you have a guy like Amari Stoudemire on your team already, maybe you don't need a guy like Carmelo Anthony.
Well, some would beg to differ. Depends on how the Knicks do moving forward. What team benefited the most from the research that you did?
We found that all teams can benefit. In fact, we found a lot of mutually beneficial trades. So, for example, using current rosters, we find that a Deng for Aldridge trade would be mutually beneficial because Chicago is loaded with defensive talent and they need some scoring, whereas Portland has tons of offensive talent and they could use some more defense. Both of them are 26 years old, first-time All-Stars, and they both make $12 million a year.
Look at you, future GM. What, if anything, surprised you in all the research that you did?
There were some synergies among skills that were a little counterintuitive at the beginning. So, for example, offensive scoring has negative synergies with offensive rebounding. That's because if you make a lot of shots, you don't generate a lot of rebounding opportunities. So you want your best offensive rebounders to play with your worst shooters, not with your best shooters. So if you have a guy like Dennis Rodman, you want him to play with Judd Bushler, not with Michael Jordan.
Very interesting, Eugene. Thank you so much. Great work. Michael.